everyone, my name is Katya Della Torre, and this is my demonstration speech for Elemental Speech with Dr. Robinson. My fitness activity that I chose was salsa dancing, and I will be demonstrating the basic step. So you may think, salsa dancing as a fitness activity? Yes, salsa dancing is a great fitness activity. It can provide lots of benefits. To start off with, let's explain what salsa dancing is. It's just a partner's dance that is associated with Latin America. It originated here in the United States, specifically in New York, by Cuban Americans, and then later on had lots of influence from Puerto Ricans. It has a lot of benefits. Aside from being entertaining and a great way to socialize, you can have a lot of great benefits health-wise. You can lose weight, you can tone muscles, you can prevent heart disease, and then even lose up to 420 calories per hour that you go dancing. The reason that salsa dancing is so great is because it's not as harsh on the joints as hip-hop, for example, which is the only other dance that burns more calories than salsa dancing. And this can be great for people with older age and covers a broader range of age groups that way. So there are different types of salsa dancing. There's Cuban, LA, New York, Puerto Rican style, Colombian style, Miami, and Casino Rueda. And they all are very similar. They have similar techniques, similar counts, similar steps, and the only difference is which count you start the steps on. I will specifically be demonstrating the basic step of LA style salsa dancing. And this one is just easier for beginners to do just because you start on count 1. So speaking about beat and count, there are 8 beats and in 1 bar for salsa music. And the count is 1 through 8. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So you're doing a pause at count 4 and 8. And this will be a lot more clear once you start getting into the steps and realizing how this goes into it. But this song by Franklin Morales called Nieve como Sal really displays some of the beats to salsa dancing. So you count on each of the takes that it has. If you really listen to the music and practice this, you can get a lot better at it. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So you can find songs that vary in the speed that this goes into, and slower songs are of course a lot easier for beginners to follow, but eventually you want to get to listening to the beat and just going with the music. So there are 2 specific positions for salsa dancing. There's closed position and open position. And this is mainly dictated by how close you are with your partner. And of course there can be interchange during the movement and during the dancing. For closed position, it's a bit more complex than open, as you can see in the pictures. You have 2 roles in salsa dancing, the lead and the follower. The lead is usually associated with male, and the follower is usually associated with the female. And so the follower will place their hand on the lead's shoulder, and sometimes they can rest their arm on the lead's arm. Additionally, the opposing hand will just hold each other's hand. Then the lead will hold the follower's shoulder blade, and this is kind of how you help control the movement of the dancing. Once you go into open position, it's just really holding each other's hands, but it's extremely specific because the lead will definitely want to make sure to hold it in a specific way, as if they were about to hold 2 bottles, closing all fingers together and curving them, while the follower will come and place their closed fingers on top of the fingers of the lead. Once you become familiar with the positions and have chosen which ones you would like to do with your partner, you can go on to the steps. So the steps go according to the count. For the first part of the count, where we did 1, 2, 3, you will have these specific steps. So for 1, your lead foot will move. So the lead foot for the leader is going to be their left foot, while for the ladies, it's going to be their right foot. And that's going to be stepped back for the ladies, and then forward for the men. It's kind of opposing motions. Then, for count 2, the trailing foot, which is the foot that you have at the starting position, so this is the lead foot, and then the trailing foot, which you have at the starting position, will slightly step up, while also changing the weight from one foot to the foot that has been stepped out. And then for the third count, the lead foot will come to the beginning position once again. And so those are the steps for 1, 2, 3. Once you get to steps 5, 6, and 7, you will do the opposite of what you did for count 1, 2, and 3. The trailing foot now will be the first one to go, and it will go forward with the left foot for the followers and back with the right foot for the leaders, as seen here. And then that change in weight from the trailing foot to the foot that has been stepped out will occur on beat 6. Then on count 7, your trailing foot will go back to its original form. So these are the steps. And you may wonder what happens in steps 4 and 8. These are just moments where not only do you pause when you're counting, but you also pause with your feet. So you're not moving at those specific times. It's just kind of times where you're taking a step or a chance to re-equilibrate yourself to go into the next movement. And with this, you want to make sure you have the correct technique. It's extremely important, not only to help with the dancing, but to prevent injury. So one of the things that you want to do is keep a tight abdomen, just because it'll help with the toning of those muscles, with the burning of calories, and then you also want to have right posture. You want to make sure you're standing up straight. And this is really important for the ladies when they're doing turns, because it can prevent injury if you have everything in one center of motion. And then in addition to that, what salsa dancing is very well known for is the hips. You want to make sure that the follower, usually a lady, will thrust out their hips every time they step outward. And this will help with the look of the dance, but also with toning the muscles of the side of the abdomen. So those love handles that you're trying to get rid of. And then in addition to that, it just helps with how you want the look of the dance to be. And then in conclusion, salsa dancing is a great physical activity. You can go with your significant other, you can go with friends, and there are lots of places all over the country to go to. Just keep in mind the basic step and practice. And so, of course, the basic step is you have to keep in mind the count, the position, the steps, and the technique that you're going to do. And practicing is key. This is my works cited page, and thank you for all these references, and thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, please comment below. I would be happy to help. Thank you.